Hi guys, my name is Satinder Malik. I recently did a trek to Mount Kilimanjaro summit and took Marunga route. It is the shortest route and time and cost were actually the primary reasons I choose the route. Yeah. But before starting the hike, I did a lot of research online, saw a lot of videos on the YouTube, Google, everything I did to plan properly and everything. But actually, after my hike, I realized that none of this video clips on YouTube or reading in the on-site and websites actually prepared me for this hike very well. But after successfully completing this trek, I decided to tell my version of the story with the hope that I can be more succinct and more clear and might be help to go to you fellows who are planning a hike to Mount Kilimanjaro through Marunga route, of course, because that's the route I took. So I'll go through the slide pack and which you can download it for your future references, okay? So here we go. So these are my few insights from my trek recently to Mount Kilimanjaro. So of course, the first one is planning. And of course, in planning, you have to make sure and ensure that you are not only physically fit, but you have got that mental toughness and to take this hike. Mental fitness is more important than physical, though physical is a must. But of course, my own experience shows that mental fitness will take you to the top. Yeah, physical fitness is definitely an enabler. So much of the online information, as I mentioned earlier, suggests that the basic fitness is all that is required. And that is the reason I'm uploading this video, and because I beg to differ that only physical fitness is required. For Marunga route, one needs physical fitness, muscle training, and definitely a good breathing exercise. I actually will recommend that 6 months of prior training and should be part and parcel of your planning actually. And you let your heart work out more actually. When you are physically training, try to exert your heart a little bit more and do a little bit sort of a breathing exercises and try to learn to be more calm and composed. I did a lot of yoga. Yoga for flexibility is definitely an added advantage. And of course, I did back in Canada, I did few mountain elevation hikes, and you do it. And I strongly recommend it if you have the opportunity and the means, and then of course do it. It will prepare your body and the mind for the actual trek, especially during the last leg of the Marunga hike, because this route is very steep and the path is not well laid out. Yeah, and also it's covered with loose gravel. And rocks actually, so you have to be careful. For me, February month seems to be the best time for this route because it's not raining, it's not very cold, weather is good, very fresh air, so it definitely helps. Yeah. So in part and parcel of planning is not only physical fitness but your kit for the hike. That's the stuff you need to carry. So definitely go with good hiking mountaineering boots, and the boots I will suggest that they are already broken in. And keep some spare laces, preferably the boots with the ankle support. I should not say preferably, I would now change it to must actually. Trekking poles, good quality, flexible and collapsible. Not take the rigid one, yeah? Because while coming down, you might need that flexibility and the collapsible one. A very good backpack with three-way support and the waist support and the shoulder support and the chest support. That's very important. Take at least 2 water bottles. One should be of the bladder type and with the pipe, we have seen the hiking gears with the pipe sticking out of the backpack and you keep sucking. So that's very, very good actually. Headlamps, have a spare batteries, of course, because the last trek is during night. Gore Tex jackets, pants with abrasive resistant. I'm saying abrasive resistance because resistant ones because on the last leg while coming down, I was slipping and quite oftenly because the route is so gravel and so loose that actually you're slipping so much. So they are a must at time. Fleece jacket, pants, because the weather keeps changing, so you have to be in and out of the clothes which you are wearing. Polypropylene underwears, good one. I purchased from Under Armour. I am not recommending Under Armour by no means. Mountain Gears in Canada is one good one. So you buy this underwears. Actually, they dry out soon. They are very good, very snugly fit, and you can roll it up in your what you call backpacks actually. Thermal long johns and thermal vest, of course. Good sunglasses, glacier sunglasses to block the sunlight. Hat, of course. Gloves, mittens, baklava for your face and neck and everything. Hiking socks, ankle support ones, very good. Compression socks, I recommend because I suffer from what you call it, pain in my ankles and everything, varicose veins. So compression socks are good. Normal socks, of course. Knee support is required. Waist support, as I mentioned. Because I had this back problem, so I had this waist support also, which actually worked wonders for me. Yeah. And then walking shoes also, not clear. During your overnight stay in huts, the hut which I'm showing you, this is the Marangu hut I stayed. Very good quality huts on your way. Without the laces one, because they're easy to slip on. During night, you will like to go to washrooms, bathroom, or have a trek outside. So have this walking shoes. Multiple t-shirts and spare clothes. I use t-shirts, all these sports t-shirts of Nike or Under Armour one, which are very fast to dry and very light to carry and everything. So they take less space also in your hiking bags. Fast drying towel, which is essential. Bags to keep your soiled clothes, of course, because you need to segregate them. Shorts in night when you want to. Sleeping rack rated to 0 degree. Okay, preferably have it rent from the tour operator itself. So that's what we did actually. Yeah. A duffel bag with maximum weight of 18 kg because they will not carry the last leg. They will not carry all your bags with them. It has to be light, and I'm more considerate towards the tour guides actually. Yeah, your buddies who carry all the load for you. Okay, then of course your hygiene and well planning. So you have done mental fitness, you have done physical fitness, you have got all the paraphernalia for the hike. But for your personal hygiene and everything, you should keep the toothpaste and toothbrushes, spare toothbrushes, of course. Protein bars along the route because the hike per day can be 18, 14 kilometers long. Protein bars are good, nuts, instant energy ones, water filter tablets, which came very handy to me. But don't put too much on your water bottles, the bladder type water bottles. Electrolyte sachets, very nice to replenish your energy. Sunscreen, yeah, definitely required, but in long stretch in the last few legs where you go through the area which is more desert type, you might need sunscreen. Body lotions, creams, of course, as per your convenience. You have to boil water, is provided by the tour operators, so that's very handy actually. Personal choice of snacks and chocolates, what you would like to change, and this is why I'm recommending, because as you go up in the altitude, you lose appetite, you lose sense of smell or taste little bit, you will not feel like eating. So if your choices, personal choice of snacks and chocolates are as spicy one little bit, that add a little bit of a flavor to your food. So have them, okay? Imodium, definitely just control your stomach, all right? And allergic control magazine if you're allergic to something, right? So this is planning part. On the actual hike, it's actually the Marunga route is a 5-day package. First day is approximately 5 kilometer walk. The next day is approximately 12 to 15 kilometer walk. Fourth day to summit, this is the steepest and the most treacherous one, right? So we generally start around midnight and we reach the summit before the sunrise. And because sunrise at the Kilimanjaro peak is a beautiful sight, but they don't allow, the tour operator don't allow you to stay there and enjoy the scenic beauty for long because you are short of breath and oxygen is low. So just see the sunrise, do some yogic exercise and come back immediately. Okay, and then they will start, and it's a 50 to 70 degree inclination on Marunga route and loose gravel sand. And in night you are with the headlamps on and you are traveling, you are hiking up. So that's quite treacherous actually. And here where your mental toughness will come handy. I have seen during my trek that many of the people have turned back. They just got exhausted or they lost the will. And here, though you are physically fit, you have done everything. And walking 18-kilometer, same site, the site which you are seeing is a desert one, and you are just walking with no end. And in that scenario, you think it is very close to the end, but it's actually not. It's a mirage effect sort of a thing, right? It's very deceptive. And then you return to the same path. Actually, returning is a balancing act, as I mentioned, because one tends to slip and fall more often as the gravel is giving way under your feet, and that is where your abrasive pants will come very handy. Tips to walk long distances: walk very slowly. Inhale and exhale alternatively every step, but don't deliberately do it. This is where your breathing exercise initially will work very hard, because you tend to, with every inhale, you tend to take in more oxygen, and that replenishes energy in your body. So it will work very nice for you. Okay, stay hydrated. Don't drink too much water, but keep gulping a little bit of it. That's where the pipe through your back pipe works very handy. Better to keep slow and continuous rather than taking frequent breaks. Okay, a continuously regular walk becomes after some time like a machine. You don't even realize that you are walking. You are in a sort of a trance state. You are walking. You're walking, and the good thing is it becomes a very sort of enlightening experience, because after some time you start withdrawing within yourself. You are with yourself, you are with your own thoughts. Your colleagues or your tour guide or guide will be walking next to you, but nobody will be talking to each other, believe me. You are one with the nature, right? Yeah. And then of course have a one bottle of plain water, one bottle of electrolyte, because for me this electrolyte and the tablet one, I was not drinking them. It was tasteless. I used to feel vomiting, so I had a plain water bottle also. Okay, so that's your actual height, support, and finally, this is all you have to do. You will get a very good support from the tour guides, and actually without them, I would have not been able to do it. My deep appreciation to the support staff, the guide, the potter, the cook, the helpers with whom the hike would have been possible for me. It has been a very good experience. Actually, I'm preparing for my next hike. I'm planning to go now to what you call base camp of Everest. And finally, God willing, one day I'll post this for you if I climb Everest and sit on the summit of Everest. That's my dream, that's my goal, and I'm sure I will do it one day. Take care all the way. Best of luck to you all. Prepare well. It's a nice hike. It's not very risky. It's not very hard, but you will feel you have accomplished something in life. Take care. All the best of luck to you all. Bye. So what I wanted to say it also, that the way to get started is to quit talking and keep doing. Okay. So this is where you can reach me. Bye.